me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Hey, 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 oh! Stop.
The class Intro to Engineering Design, which we refer to as IED, it's a lot easier to say. It's a year-long course that we meet every day. Typically it's first hour, but it is a very introductory course. We don't assume you know anything about engineering. We take from the ground up, we learn the design process. We do a lot of projects. We get to use the 3D printer at the high school. What we do is we basically take a project from what is the problem, and we learn how to solve it step by step. So it could be a problem of building a product, it could be a process. So it could be something like how do you do your homework the best? And we can apply that to the engineering process. And that's the neat thing about the engineering class is we touch on all different areas of interest. It's a dual credit course for Hawkeye Community College. At the end of the year you take a test. You can even get credit to any college of your choice. So throughout the year we prepare you for the final exam in May, because this is a year-long course. And at the end of the year, like I said, if you pass the class, you already as a 9th grader will receive credit at the college level. So it's a fun class. We don't do a whole lot of the regurgitate memorization stuff. We do a lot of projects, a lot of independent things. We use the computer. We design 3D software. We create products in the computer using 3D software too. So.
Hi, my name is Mr. Beyersdorfer, and I teach 8th and 9th grade band here at Peet. With 8th and 9th grade band, you get the opportunity to learn and play more progressive literature, more advanced literature. We have 3 concerts here at Peet per year. We have 1 field trip to the high school to perform for a judged contest, and this is during the school day. So we just get on the bus and we get to go over to the auditorium and perform for a rating. We have 1 big all-city performance at the high school. You also have the opportunity to audition for the combined 8th and 9th grade jazz band, which is a super good group. It's outside of school. We meet in the mornings. We perform for cabaret and several other concerts too. Each individual student in the program receives an individual 10-minute lesson per lesson cycle with the band directors. This allows each student to progress on their own speed and their own clip. The best part about this class, I think, is it just overall you have the opportunity to take a skill and polish it and be the best creative artist you can on your individual instrument or instruments. This is a skill that we gain as a group in group band, but also on your own, and it just lasts a lifetime. I know people who have graduated from Peet, who are graduated from college, who are now grown adults that still play, and they'll probably continue to play for the rest of their life. So this is something that doesn't just end here at Peet. It starts at Peet and it ends whenever you feel like. Welcome to 8th and 9th grade band. It's a party.
So in 8th and 9th grade chorus here at Peet, we're really working on using our good vocal techniques to transfer into the music that we are getting ready to perform for concerts throughout the year. Really working on using good vocal habits, remembering our good posture, remembering good vocal techniques as we do our warm-ups, as we transfer our warm-ups into the music that we're learning to perform. It's really a great way to come and meet with other students that maybe you don't see throughout the day. So all of our 8th graders are together during one period, all of our 9th graders are together during one period. Really a great way to come together and kind of take a break from your hard schoolwork and really relax and enjoy music together.
Well, 7th and 8th grade orchestra, 9th grade orchestra at Peet are really extremely fun. We get to meet during the school day, so 9th grade meets 3rd period and 7th and 8th grade meets 7th period. We play a whole range of music. We do classical, pop, movie music. Pretty much you'll find at least one favorite piece every year that you play, and it's just a really great experience. Students all get along really well, and it kind of becomes sort of a sense of community among the orchestras. So it's a great place to be here at Peet Junior High.
Part 9. We started off again with a drawing. I like to start with kind of getting people back into art with materials they're familiar with. So it's graphite pencil drawing. It also has to do with value and balance. In the first lesson that they do, they create a silhouette. I take students in the back room and we project a light source from the side and trace their silhouette. What you need to do is explain the inner workings of your head. The ones that are more symbolic or metaphorical tend to be more creative. So I try and push people in that direction to get a little bit of creativity involved. We use the potter's wheels down there, and we'll do a clay lesson. Like I've done several different things for ninth grade art, but it'll involve some type of hand building. We have 6 potter's wheels, so we kind of break it up where part of the class will be doing hand building type of lesson, and the other half will do potter's wheels. Do a self-portrait that is broken down in a computer program called Photoshop. So we use some filters, and it's kind of an extension of the cartoon project in 7th grade where you use a grid. It also has to do with scale and proportion, but a little bit more sophisticated and different than what you're used to in 7th grade. And do either a painting from a real life subject, or I've had students do collages. Kind of give you a choice in 9th grade on which one you would rather do. Like some students like to do a photograph, and some students like to build a collage and do a painting from that. And that will be acrylic on canvas board instead of tempera on masonite. So a little bit different materials.
Consumer economics is a totally different class also. It's focused on your personal finance. It can be taken only as a 9th grader, and you can take it either every day or every other day. One of the best things is it is one of the classes that qualify as your personal economics class that you're going to need for high school graduation. This class we focus a lot more on doing some different projects and learning some information that is very, very different than anything else that I offer here at Peet. We start talking about our values and goals because they're going to make so much difference in your life. Then we go on, we talk about consumer buying with a project, and we talk about taxes that you're going to be paid someday. After completing that, we talk about budgeting, something your parents do and that you will probably be doing, and we have a budgeting project. We talk about colleges. A lot of you plan to go to college, but you don't have a lot of information about what colleges are. And so we learn about colleges. We talk about loans and credit when you're going to borrow money. And with that, we include information on buying cars and have a project about buying a different car and the loans that you're going to be taking out. We talk about credit cards and how that can affect you and your spending in life, and along with that we do a little bit on identity theft. Then on the opposite hand, we talk about saving and investing money. It does include talking about stocks, and we do some investing games online. And we end the semester, we talk a little bit about banking and insurance. Like I say, it is totally different than what we do. Probably the best part is it does fulfill one of your requirements that you do need to have before you graduate from high school. Hope to see you.
Peer Helpers you can take in 8th or 9th grade as an elective. Peer Helpers is a great class. It's all about service learning. So we're going to be learning and working with students here at Peet, or with students at River Hills, or outside in the community. So we do a lot of field trips. We work together with a lot of different people. And we learn how to be a better person. So it's a really great class for anybody, whether they're shy or outgoing. We do a lot of hands-on activities, and we also do a lot of volunteering. So whatever you like to do, we kind of set you up and we work with you to work in the community so you can better help our community. So again, it's a great class. You should sign up.
9th grade Foods and Design. We do both interior design and foods in this class. One thing you need to know is if you have not taken 8th grade, you can still take this class. In the foods portion, we kind of build on what you have learned in the past. However, we do, I would say, more cooking than in 7th and 8th grade. And one of the big differences is everyone does not necessarily make all the same food items. You have some choices. So we start off making biscuits and muffins. We do crepes, we do eggs, we do omelets, we do breakfast dishes, we do fruits and vegetables, we do pasta. Oh, we make pies. You'll make 2 different types of pies. So you can see you'll get to do a lot of cooking, and then we'll do some learning about the techniques and the terms you use in order to make those items. We'll do some learning about cutting in 9th grade. For interior design, basically we start off learning about the elements and principles of design so we can apply those to 2 projects. And so it's a very hands-on portion of the class where you will make a 1-bedroom condo, and you'll actually select different samples like carpet and paint in order to decorate that. And then a second project you'll get to do on the computer. Well, you'll do basically the same thing, but it will be on a computer program where you get to choose all those items. So it'll be lots of fun and a lot of activity.
All right, 9th grade child development and fashion. 8th grade FCS is not a prerequisite, so you can take it even if you didn't take 8th grade FCS. Child development, we talk about pregnancy, we talk about labor, we talk about newborns and infants and working with those types of babies and toddlers. And so whenever you're going to use that information, whether it's now or later, it's a really neat skill to learn. We also have the computerized babies that you can take home for a weekend. And a lot of students really like that project. It's a very eye-opening experience for them. Sewing. Sewing, you make a lot of different projects. It kind of bases on the class, so we kind of tailor it to what you and your class want to make. You'll make 2 projects, and then we also do some service sewing. So we sew for others in the community. So we do a lot of work building on your skills from 8th grade or even in 7th grade. So sign it up. Sign up. It's a fun class.
9th grade manufacturing is an 18-week class. 9 weeks of it's metals. You'll learn how to weld, you'll learn how to use a plasma cutter, learn how to braze, learn how to torch stuff. A lot of hand working with the metal tools. And then the 7 weeks of it's dedicated towards learning how to use a CNC laser and a CNC mill. Home improvement and maintenance is an 8th and 9th grade class that you can take. It's 18 weeks. Things that we do in there, you guys can build tool totes for the first project. Then I'll teach you how to build walls, windows. We'll put the walls up. I'll teach you how to sheetrock them. And then we'll do some electrical work in those walls. And that's mainly it.
Okay, electronic technology and learning, or electech as we call it, is totally different than infotech. We don't have the focus on keyboarding, but we do a lot more projects in there. We will learn things about the computer. We do animations in there. We learn about Prezi. We're going to learn about eMaze, which is a new project this year. We have a photo unit, and in this photo unit you learn about taking pictures, and we do some editing of photos where you have to create cutouts. We have a videography unit where you will be creating a video, and we learn how to edit that. Our big project of the year is where we learn how to do some coding with HTML, and HTML is one of the basic codes that you are going to be learning, so if you have an interest in programming and coding, that's a good fit for you. With that, we create web pages, and you'll do a few sample pages, and then you'll create your own web page. Looking forward to having you join us next year in Electech.
Craft media is more of a hands-on class, so it doesn't involve a lot of the same materials as 8th and 9th grade art. It's more of a hands-on class where we do some weaving, paper making at times, book arts, woods, glass, casting, glass fusing, jewelry.